Now that phase 1 has been completed, we can finally move on to stage 2. Yes, so stage 2 is my mermaid's tail. Now I did my mermaid's tail separately because not only is it at the bottom of my dress, but the dress has a slit in the back and my tail flares out. So I definitely knew that I had to lay this on the table and lay my tail out flat and lay the fabric on top of it. So here is me placing my fabric on top of my tail, and also knowing that I wanted my fabric to have a grain line going one way. So instead of the top of my dress, my fabric is going up, and my mermaid's tail, my fabric is going across, I wanted to make sure that the fabric was all facing and flowing one way. So here's me, I'm pinning my fabric, and with the excess fabric, I did fold it over my dress. That way I didn't have to fold it outside of the dress, but I can fold it inside of the dress to give it a nice clean finish. So I just want to make a note of that. Now I'm folding my fabric all around my mermaid's tail. Here I am, I'm going with my scissors, and I'm going to cut the excess fabric, but I am definitely leaving a seam allowance on this dress, and I'm going to use that seam allowance to fold over my dress, under my dress, versus folding it on top of my dress. That way I want to leave just a nice clean, neat finish with this dress. And I'm also going to leave just a small seam allowance on the side of my dress, because I am going to cut and sew this into parts and not just one full piece. Like I said, I want my fabric to flow in one direction, not in multiple directions. See, when making a dress, it's not only just the physical aspect, but the thinking aspect. Like, you gotta really pay attention to what you're doing and make sure everything flows, not only just with the sewing part, but with the story that you're trying to tell and the piece that you're trying to, make and showcase to the people. So here I am, I'm folding my fabric over with the seam allowance that I used, and I'm folding my fabric under my dress, like I was saying earlier, to give it that, nice, clean, neat look, that professional look, and it just flows through and through with my dress. So if y'all see like my hair and stuff like that in the camera, just bear with me, because it's a lot. As in my first video, I forgot to showcase my tool. So here is my curved needle that I use to sew my dress, the whole dress. And this is a transparent thread. Yes, these are the tools that I use to sew my whole dress, really, because you don't want to look tacky. So of course I invested in transparent thread, and it's like, and this is from Walmart. It ain't like this is nothing fancy. This is right there in your hometown at your local Walmart. So here I am. I'm just showing you guys how I sewed the fabric down to my dress. Kind of just the same as how I did the top of my dress. And yes, I do cut the thread really, really, really long. I probably should have showed y'all how long I cut my thread, but I do cut it really long, just so less stopping points, less breaks, the garment can flow and it's harder for the garment to rip off. So here is a video of me showing my mermaid's tail. It is all done. Finished. It came out exactly how I needed to. Yo, I didn't realize how high this slit was until I put the dress on. I wish I would have closed it a little bit. But here's me just showing you guys a close-up view from top to bottom of my dress. And I did add some rhinestones to my dress just to give it that extra pop. And I like how it came out. So phase 2 is completed. Now you guys stay tuned for phase 3. Thank you.